Did you know that if you have a ChatGPT Plus account, you can only use 25 prompts in 3 hours? That's why I have 2 accounts. You can use 50 prompts. And so I've done this. I've gotten fully addicted to GPT, and now I want to share with you these top 10 ways that you can use GPT-4 to grow your agency. None of the other gurus are talking about this because they only got 1 GPT account. I've never heard anybody say get 2. You know what? We don't even have 2. We got 3. Dib's got 1 too. So we have been grinding like crazy to come up with these top 10 hacks that you can use to grow your agency. So stick around. This is going to be a good one. And I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to show you. So let's jump into it. Hey, it's Alex helping you with all of your B2B business needs. So if you need help with cold email, lead gen, growing an agency, growing a SaaS, you are in the right place. Subscribe for the YouTube algorithm and let's jump into it. You can also check out and follow our Instagram at @AlexBermanOfficial for a ton more content. I shared this doc on Twitter and it was a big hit. I'm also going to give this document for free, so even if you don't take notes, it's down there in the comments below, and you can check this out and use this on your own. First, talk about some quick tips that you can use for prompting GPT correctly that a lot of people get wrong. The first thing to know is GPT has no context on you at all. So if you go through and you type something like create a high impact LinkedIn post, it will create the most generic, bland LinkedIn post of all time. But if you type something like create a high impact LinkedIn post using personal stories and examples from Alex Berman in a way that also teaches a unconventional B2B sales hack. And then you do our little hack, which is copy a bio of yourself into GPT. You hit enter. Guess what? The LinkedIn post will write itself and it'll be much higher quality. It'll understand all the context about you. And that's not just for creating content, that also goes for business advice. Recently, I fed it everything about our team. I fed it our current revenue, our number of leads, our number of prospects that were coming into the funnel. I gave it the exact people that were on the team and their jobs and their salaries. And then as a top MBA, I had it go through and give recommendation. And it suggested new hires. It suggested people should be on different teams. It suggested different salary and compensation models. So it's as smart as the information you give it. Make sure you give GPT more context on you, and that way you'll be able to get better recommendations. Look at this post. Unconventional B2B sales hack, how Alex Berman went from selling Pokemon cards to achieving a $2 million SaaS exit in just 3 months. Pretty strong. You're not getting that stuff without context. The next thing you can do is copy paste in blog posts to train it. So here it is, writing a LinkedIn post. And guess what? I think this LinkedIn post could be stronger. You know, it's got weird bolding, it's got emojis. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. Let me go to Google and instead I'll search how to write a great LinkedIn post. And now here is a LinkedIn Pulse article called 11 Hacks for Writing More Engaging LinkedIn Posts. Now I could read this and try to use this myself, or I could just Control-C and then take it back over to GPT and say, rewrite the post following all the tips and best practices from this article, and feed the whole thing in. Guess what? Now the post is being rewritten following everything that it takes to work. You can train it. If you're worried about it writing bad tweets and putting in a lot of hashtags, feed it an article that says don't use hashtags. If you're worried about it giving bad business advice, feed it the first chapter of a business book that you really like, and it will give you the best advice. The next thing you can do with GPT to get more out of it is implement frameworks. So let's say I didn't like the way this LinkedIn post was structured. Well, there's a ton of storytelling frameworks out there, including things like the problem, agitate, solution. And so all you have to do is say, rewrite this post using PAS, problem, agitate, solution, or any other framework you want, and you'll get it in the exact framework that you need. Another thing that people get wrong is they're not specific and clear enough in their article. One thing that the bio that I put in that you didn't see had is our exact target market and everything about who our customer is, who I am, my backstory, and what Omni.us is, which is the SaaS that we're always trying to promote. So you can be incredibly specific and go to GPT and instead say, rewrite this post so that it targets small business owners and has at least 7 tips. And then the article will be generated that way. exactly as you want it. And you can also experiment with multiple variations. Let's say I'm not happy with this headline. From Pokemon cards to $2 million SaaS exit in just 3 months, discover Alex Berman's unconventional sales hack. I hate that, so I could instead say, write 10 variations on the headline to this post. And now it'll write 10 variations and we can pick from amongst those. So now that we have those variations down, let's talk about the real AI advantage for entrepreneurs. Let's talk about how we can use GPT and these prompts to actually take our agency to the next level. Here are a couple interesting ways that I've found to solve problems that you can put into practice right now. The first one is real-time language generation. So let's say you have to give a big speech, or you have to write a proposal, or you have to solve a problem. You know, let's say you're playing like the show Suits. You know, you have to go solve a business problem right now. You have to make a speech, but all you have is one little sentence. Well, GPT can help you expand that out into a large speech. And here's some example prompts. So you could say, create a pitch for an innovative AI startup targeting investors with a focus on the environmental impact of AI technology. And then it would say, dear esteemed investors, we present to you our revolutionary AI startup that seamlessly integrates advanced technology with environmental sustainability. Our AI-driven solutions not only propel businesses forward, but also minimize their ecological footprint. And it would write an entire thing for you. Here's another example. You could say, generate a short and engaging LinkedIn post promoting an AI-enhanced project management tool for remote teams. And then it would say, unlock your remote team's full potential with our AI project management tool. Streamline collaboration, boost productivity, and adapt to the ever-changing remote work landscape. Discover the future of teamwork today. So it's turning these short ideas into engaging prompts. Final example on the real-time language generation is prompt 3. The input would be, create a catchy event description for an AI-focused networking event targeting entrepreneurs and startup founders. And then the output would be, get ready for the ultimate AI networking extravaganza. Join fellow entrepreneurs and startup founders as we dive into the world of artificial intelligence, explore groundbreaking innovation, and forge powerful connections. Don't miss this electrifying experience. That's better than what I would have written, I'll tell you that much. Use case number 2 is adaptive learning. Let's say you always wanted to learn to code, or you really wanted to learn to design. AI can boil any big task down into tiny tasks that will allow you to pick it up right away. So for instance, let's say you typed in, suggest a learning plan for a busy entrepreneur who wants to learn Python programming for data analysis in their spare time. AI will get back and it'll say, introducing your customized Python learning plan for data analysis. As a busy entrepreneur, we've selected bite-sized lessons, interactive coding exercises, and concise video tutorials that will fit into your schedule. Start your coding journey and unlock the power of data analysis. And then it would give you a full readout of everything you need to do to learn to code. And you can do this for any skill. Here's prompt 2. Prompt 2 is create a personalized learning path for an entrepreneur interested in mastering social media marketing with a focus on Instagram and TikTok. And then it would say, welcome to your tailored social media marketing learning path focused on Instagram and TikTok mastery. We've handpicked resources, including expert-led video courses, case studies, and platform-specific guides to transform you into a social media marketing guru. So it's pulling from its backlog. It's even writing new content for you to read. And that way you are able to learn faster than you ever would. And third prompt is design a learning path for an entrepreneur looking to improve their public speaking skills with an emphasis on storytelling and audience engagement. And then it would print the same thing, your exact lesson plan, everything that you need to start learning. What I also like to do on these is I'll say, make it stupid simple to start. So let's actually look at this TikTok one here. We'll go to GPT-4. We'll enter a new chat, make sure that GPT-4 is selected, because GPT 3.5 is absolute garbage. And we'll pump this in here and see how we feel. So here's your learning path. Introduction to social media, basics of social media marketing, understanding the importance of social media for business, social media platforms, overview, then a deep dive into Instagram and the algorithm and everything like that. Then week 3 is a deep dive into TikTok, the algorithm and everything like that. And all you have to do if you want any of these is say, start the first lesson. Give tactical homework that takes 1 hour to complete and builds the necessary skill. And then if you just hit enter on that, it's writing a long one, by the way. This is an 8-week course with all sorts of different resources and stuff. This is the power of AI. It takes what you would normally do and just amps it up to 1,000. Now we type in start the first lesson. And here we go. Objective: understand the fundamentals of social media marketing and its importance in business. Goes through the topics, goes through the lesson content, everything you need to get started with any skill. This is as close to Keanu Reeves learning Kung Fu in The Matrix as anything else. You go through and now it's downloaded right into your brain. Tate wanted you to escape the Matrix. I want you to join the Matrix.
Oh, I have to go to work today. Oh, that sounds fun.
The next thing you can use GPT for is trend forecasting. AI can analyze social media and it can tell you exactly what to do and what to write about. So you can do things like this document talks about, which is identify the top 3 emerging trends in AI for e-commerce and provide a brief description of each. You can use it for that. You can also say, analyze the latest trends in digital marketing and provide actionable insights for that. Or determine the top trends in remote work technology and suggest ways for entrepreneurs to adapt to these changes. Now, that's like elementary level of this. What you can also do is go on over to your Twitter page, scroll down a bit so that the page loads, then Control A and Control C it into GPT. Make sure you got a lot of tweets here. And I will say, ignore the trending tab and tell me the 5 best topics to tweet about based on this feed and engagement level. And then just hit go. Based on the engagement level and content of this feed, here are 5 topics you can consider tweeting about: personal growth and self-improvement, technology adoption, business and entrepreneurship, cryptocurrency and NFTs, and coaching and mentorship. So based on the engagement level of this content in this feed, here are 5 topics you can consider tweeting about: personal growth and self-improvement, technology adoption, business and entrepreneurship, cryptocurrency, and coaching. Now I know those are the 5 topics that we resonate with. Then you could say something like, write a top tweet on one of these topics. Now I don't love its ability to write tweets, but let's see how this looks. Embracing new tech at any age. Age is just a number when it comes to adopting technology. An inspiring 87-year-old proves that it's never too late to learn and benefit from the latest gadget. Let's break the stereotype and empower people of all ages to stay connected and thrive in a digital world. So that's trash. But personal growth and entrepreneurship, technology adoption, business and entrepreneurship, cryptocurrency are things that my audience resonates with, and now I know. You can also use it for trend forecasting. So you can say something like, these are the top 4 trends right now. Predict next year's trends based on this list. Then you put the same list in and it'll give you all new trends that are going to be big next year. And so it's going from the NFT space and the personal development space. Now it's giving all new trends. We're going to talk about next year. We're going to talk about mental health and mindfulness, then metaverse and extended reality, then sustainable and ethical entrepreneurship. And then finally, we could talk about decentralized finance. So it's giving you new ideas you can talk about based on these other ideas. And that's your AI advantage right there. The next thing you can use GPT-4 for is enhancing negotiation skills. So it can analyze negotiation patterns and provide personalized recommendations for improving your bargaining strategies, which will enable you to secure better deals. So here's prompt 1. Analyze a negotiation scenario between an entrepreneur and a potential investor and suggest improvements to the entrepreneur's strategy. Then the output is, current scenario: the entrepreneur emphasized their product's innovative features but failed to address the investor's concerns about the competitive landscape. Suggested improvements focus on the unique selling points and how they position the startup for success, address potential risks, and showcase a solid plan for market penetration. That sounds okay, but you can also ask it directly. So go to GPT-4, you can say, I am an agency owner selling lead generation services. I want to offer 20 meetings on his calendar for $2,000 per month. He says, that's too expensive. Acting as a salesperson and negotiation expert, tell me what to say next. And he gives me the script. I understand that the price might seem a bit high at first glance. However, let me break down the value you'll be receiving from our lead generation services, which could help you see the long-term benefits and potential ROI for your business. With 20 meetings per month, each meeting would cost you just $100. Now let's consider the conversion rate. Even if you were to close only 25% of those meetings, that would mean you're securing 5 new clients per month. Depending on the lifetime value of a client for your business, these 5 clients could potentially bring in significantly more revenue than the $2,000 monthly investment. I would just stop there, but there's a ton more you can say. Guess what? You've now become a master salesperson. The next thing you can do with GPT-4 for your agency is automated content curation. So you could just say something like, design an AI-powered content curation system for entrepreneurs in the fintech industry, providing a brief overview of the types of content to be included. And that will allow you to go out there and build a content curation system that pulls in the articles that you need. You could also say something like, create a weekly email newsletter for a SaaS entrepreneur featuring AI curated content on market trends, product updates, and customer success stories. The next thing you can use AI for is A/B testing. One of the hardest things to do in business is come up with continual variations. We get lazy a lot of the times. Like, when's the last time you rewrote the headline of your landing page? With AI, you can make that super easy. So let me go on over to omni.us and I will create a new chat and I will say, this is our current landing page. Please write an A/B test that will outperform this one. Use similar word counts and keep the page structure identical. Then put in the whole page. Now it's writing our entire landing page. We can take this, pop it into our A/B testing tool, and test this page versus the other page. Let's see the kind of stuff it's testing to. Close high quality B2B clients automatically, to land premium B2B clients effortlessly. What I would also do is add some layers to this. I would say, note, do not rewrite or use anything that is on the current page. Turn features into benefits and benefits into features. Let's say, for example, you can turn features into benefits and benefits into features. And now here it goes, writing a fully new omni.us homepage with similar word counts that can just be flipped in to A/B test against what we're doing. And I like that it knows what works as well. Like, it's keeping in just 10 minutes a day. It's keeping get started for free. It knows what would work and what's not. This is super cool, actually. It created a feature called Omni Engage. It's talking about how to use this. It's going through exactly what to do. I love this. AI is the best. So you can do a full homepage, or you can get specific, generate 2 variations of a call to action for a social media manager ad promoting a new AI-driven marketing tool for entrepreneurs. And it would write that from scratch. Create 2 variations of an email subject line for a product launch announcement targeting business owners, and it would do that as well. Design 2 versions of a headline for a blog post about the benefits of adopting AI technology in the supply chain industry, and then it would do that as well. The other thing you can do is follow one of the tactics above and combine stuff. So instead of telling it to do an A/B test, you can give it an article on how to A/B test, and it would go from there. 11 A/B tests for your homepage that you need. Here, Neil Patel, 19 obvious A/B tests you should run on your website. So we'll take Neil Patel here and we will copy paste this and we will say A/B test all the elements from this article, specific recommendations. Let's say for omni.us, A/B test all the elements from this article, include specific recommendations. And now it's read the article and it is creating a list of elements to A/B test on the Omni website. So here it goes, testing fonts. That is number 1 from the Neil Patel article. Testing colors. So anything around typography. It's basically coming up with this nice A/B testing plan that are obvious, which is what he called it, but now it's writing it out. It's almost like hiring Neil Patel to do the consulting himself. But instead of having to pay Neil, now you get it for free on AI. And in fact, the consulting's probably better because there's no way Neil Patel is going to go step by step through his own blog post. In fact, you wouldn't even get pleasure from that. That's not why you hire Neil Patel. Instead, you get all the variations here. Don't need to hire him. Use the AI. Make even more money than you would hiring him. Sorry, Neil. You're done. Another thing you can use AI for in your agency or in your SaaS is sentiment analysis. It can analyze your customer feedback and comments to determine the overall sentiment, to figure out if there should be any issues, and to address any concerns or improve products or services. So you can say, evaluate the sentiment of online reviews for an AI-powered customer support software, identifying areas of praise and criticism. And then it would tell you. You can also copy paste in a bunch of customer reviews. Say, hey, here are a bunch of customer reviews. Tell me what I should improve about my product. What you can also do, if you know any of your competitors, is do this. Say, write a personal story of a user that is mad about, let's say Omni is a competitor to Mailshake. Go into details of all the issues they have with the software specifically. Then, as a software designer, recommend new features or changes based on that feedback. And now it'll write a bad review. And then based on that bad review of one of your competitors' software, it will give you feedback that you can use to improve your SaaS. This is stuff that never existed before. Only AI will give you this. So what are the issues this guy had with Mailshake? The onboarding process, tutorials confusing. He encountered problems with the email template editor. The interface is clunky and hard to use. However, the biggest issue is the lack of accurate analytics. The reporting is limited and inconsistent. For instance, I would see sudden spikes in open rates. And so the customer support was subpar as well. And now it's gone through all of that and it'll give us exactly what to do to beat our competitor. Simplify the onboarding. Create a step-by-step tutorial that guides users through the process of setting up their email accounts and launching their first campaign. Offer tooltips and video tutorials to make it more engaging. Enhance the email template editor. Improve the interface to allow for easy customization, including the ability to edit font size, line spacing, text alignment. Provide features for users to save and reuse snippets of text within the platform. Great idea. Improve analytics. Make the analytics better. I 100% agree. And then invest more in customer support. Done. So now if we're going to improve Omni based on that feedback, we can just take those 4 points, throw them right into the Omni experience, and we'll immediately be better. Another thing you can use AI for is creative problem solving. Let's say you're stuck on an issue. You have no idea how to break through this barrier. You've got mental roadblocks like crazy, and you need unique out-of-the-box thinking to push you through. Well, AI can do just that. You can prompt it. You could say, suggest creative solutions for an entrepreneur facing difficulty in generating interest for their niche online course targeting aspiring filmmakers. And it would just give you a bunch of ideas like collaborate with industry influencers, offer free masterclasses, create engaging behind-the-scenes content. The other way that I've found is to go on over to GPT and tell it exactly what is wrong with your business. So we are a SaaS cold email outreach tool that is experiencing high churn. What are your recommendations to fix it? Go step by step and be specific. And now it's giving us exactly what to do. Analyze the churn data, identify the reasons by conducting a detailed analysis, look for patterns and trends in your customer data, such as the timing of the churn, type of customers churning, and the most common reasons for leaving. Then you can divide and segment your customers. You can improve the onboarding flow and all sorts of ideas that will fix the problem that we put right into the AI. Another thing you can do that I really love AI for, the next one is customer profiling. You can go through and create perfect personas for each of your customers, including exact stories that they would tell themselves. So you could say, generate a customer profile for an online fitness platform targeting busy professionals. It would tell you exactly what they do and their preferences, etc. And this is one way to do it. Then the next level is once you have this, you copy paste this one into GPT-4. So you go through and you say, write a personal Reddit story as this person, going in depth about all the problems they encounter in their day-to-day life. Use as many thoughts and specific words to describe their issues as possible. Then you put in the demographics. And now it'll write this out. Typically, you'd have to hire a whole team and do a bunch of product research to figure all this stuff out. But here you go. And then what you can do next is this next thing on AI, which is decision-making support. AI can help you weigh the pros and cons of a decision and talk you through any issues. So you could say, provide data-driven insights to help an entrepreneur decide between launching a mobile app or a web-based platform for an online tutoring service. And it would say, consider factors such as target audience preferences, device usage patterns, development cost, and time to market. Current trends indicate higher engagement on mobile apps, but web-based platforms offer broader accessibilities. But once you've combined these together, you now have this story of a person, and you can use them for decision-making support. So you would say the exact same thing. I am a fitness entrepreneur launching a cooking app for users like this. I only have the budget for either mobile or web. Which platform should I go with and why? And now it knows the exact customer, it knows the exact thing you're pitching, and it recommends mobile. Guess what? Now we don't got to think. The AI does it for us. We don't even need these brains anymore. We just need to think about questions to ask. So there you have it, folks. 10 fantastic ways to use GPT-4 to grow your B2B agency. Now, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description. Go ahead and download this document and get to work. Start using AI. Join that revolution. Outsource your brain. Start making it rain. Also, check out this video on how I use AI to engage with my audience on LinkedIn.